Lesson 74 is all about writing fractions as decimal numbers. In this first problem, we're asked to convert 1/4 to a decimal number. Now, if we look at this in terms of money, 1 out of 4, that's like 1/4. You might know that 1/4 is the same thing as 25 cents, or we could say 25 hundredths, and we'd have our answer. If you knew that in your head, that's great. Go ahead and write the answer down. You've got it correct. Another way that we could do the problem would be to say 1 over 4, or 1 divided by 4, because fractions are just another way of saying division. So 1, that's our dividend, it's in the box, divided by 4. Now, we know 4 can't go into 1, so we're going to add a decimal point, because 1 is the same thing as 1.0. We'll extend our bar across. 4 goes into 10 2 times. That gives us 8. We subtract and we have 2 left over. We don't ever want to have a decimal number with a remainder, so we're going to add another 0, and we'll bring it down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. We have 20 with 0 left over. We've got an answer. But we need to remember to bring our decimal point straight up whenever we divide a decimal number by a whole number. And we've got our 0 out in front. So we've got the same answer, 0.25. That's our quotient. In order to convert to a decimal number, you might know it in your head, then write it down, or you can divide numerator divided by denominator to find your answer as a decimal number. Let's look at our next example. Here we want to write 7 2/5 as a decimal number. Well, we know this decimal number is going to be 7 point something. Let's go ahead and put 2 decimal spots. There could be less, or there could be more. We can always add or erase as we go. Now 2/5, if you know what that is as a decimal number, write it down now. One way we can figure that out would be to say 2 divided by 5. We know 5 never goes into 2, so we're going to add a decimal point, and we'll add a 0. And we know 5 goes into 20 4 times. We've got 20 with nothing left over. Decimal point comes straight up. We add our 0 out in front, and we've got our answer of 0.4. But remember, this question was right 7 2/5 as a decimal number, so it must be 7.4. We can rewrite so it looks nice and neat, 7.4, mind the dog in the background, and we've got our answer. Let's move on to our next example. Our next example is lesson practice, page 398. We'll work on that together in class. Next time I see you, make sure you got your notes complete, and I'll see you soon.